I have been keeping careful watch against the abominations of abundance, the Stellaron hunters, and the disciples of Sanctus Medicus. But I never anticipated the Antimatter Legion. The hunt is far from over, yet all the while we find ourselves at war with other evil spirits. From this battle onward, the Alliance must fight the Legion to our dying breath, even if it means the end of the Luofu. Look, your friends are taking the fight to the Legion as we speak.
We need to help them. Let's go! Heaven's Surge. Rise!
This is our chance.
Here is thunder!
My turn!
Heaven's Surge. Break!
This is our chance.
Follow my charge. Conflict is pitiless!
Told you I could fight.
Heaven's Surge.
Time for the master stroke. Show no mercy.
Heaven's Surge. Rise!
There's no time to lose.
Tough luck running into me.
Just a scratch. Rules are made to be broken.
Heaven's Surge. Break!
This is our chance.
Xingyuan, where have you been?
Forgive my late arrival, Lady Fu. We are indebted to you and your forces. The Seat of Divine Foresight relayed the battle reports to me. As for Fantilia's plan...
The Ambrosial Arbor. That's her focus. Lord Ravager Fantilia's strategy was to create civil strife, then let it consume the Xianzhou from within. She wanted to use the Arbor to disseminate the power of the Plague's author, and turn the Luofu into a hell of undying abominations.
That is clear to me now. Friends of the Astral Express, I have brought someone with me whom I think you'll be eager to see.
Huh? Is that... Don Hung? You are Don Hung, right? What's with the horns?
It's a long story, March. It's me.
So, you do have secret strength.
Let us save such reminiscence for later, shall we? My astral guests, when you first appeared on the Luofu, your stated aim was the resolution of the Stellaron crisis. I was concerned that the Stellaron hunters harbored ulterior motives and refused your offer. I see now that I was overly anxious. Nevertheless, it is true that the motives of the Stellaron hunters were not what they appeared. In order that the Express and the Xianzhou fight side by side, Kafka lured you here and broadened the scope of the crisis. In doing so, she succeeded in making it clear that your sincerity is beyond doubt. The Luofu is in your debt, and I have no right to seek further assistance from you. However, as Lady Fu has explained, the appearance of Phantilia means that the situation is far from under our control. As General of the Luofu, it would be foolish of me not to ask Dan Heng and the rest of you for your strength at this critical moment.
Even if the crisis on the Luofu had nothing to do with the Stellaron, I would be willing to help. But I can't speak for the other members of my crew. Explore, understand, establish, and connect. As the crew of the Express, that's the Trailblaze creed we follow. Still, when the journey gets tough, those words can feel far off. Fear, risk, enemies, and death are the obstacles we face in pursuit of the creed. That's why the nameless who are able to stay the course number few indeed. Whether our destination lies before us or behind us, the decision is ours to make. Here, as on the Express, every vote counts.
Dan Heng?
Thank you, Dan Heng.
How am I still one of the nameless? I stand here at the mercy of others without true freedom to speak. But as a descendant of the Vidyadhara, I will fulfill my duty to the Luofu.
Great! Everyone's just as heroic as when they arrived. So, what's the master plan, General?
There is no master plan, only a bet. A bet on the senior Vidyadhara's incomplete exuviation charm, and on Dong Hong's ability to access the memories of the High Elder.
High Elder?
When the Rainbow Arbiter severed the Ambrosial Arbor, remnants of the curse of the Plague's author lingered. In order to make the stemming of those remnants a possibility, the Luofu invoked the power of the Scions of Permanence. Under the direction of the High Elder, the Vidyadhara guided the waters of the ancient sea to flood the Scale Gorge waterscape delve and contain the Arbor. To commemorate this magnificent feat and sacrifice, the Alliance erected the Dragon Vista Rain Monument, a Vidyadhara statue.
It looks so much like Dan Heng. I wonder if... the statue... is that... Dan Heng's brother?
I see why you might think so. These events occurred a long time ago. Yet successive generations of High Elders have not differed greatly in their appearance. That is, until the current generation. The most recent successor did not inherit the same level of power, and their appearance is that of a child. Do you understand, Dan Heng? Since Dong Feng perished, the Luofu Vidyadhara have no longer had an individual capable of performing such feats. But you, who once kept watch over the Arbor, should be able to open a way through to that great tree. What happens next is in your hands.
Ibiter Lunay's reincarnation. Dong Hong, correct? I've heard your name before. Your name was only erased from the public eye. But as the Master Diviner, I know, and should know, all the records of years gone by. Such archives are of great importance in times of need. I was not born in the heroic and extraordinary era of the High Cloud Quintet. To have seen those legends with my own eyes. Your appearance closely matches the depiction in the annals. Does Videodora reincarnation really entail a complete transformation? A new life?
You scared the heck out of me! For a second, I thought you'd annoyed the General. It seemed like you were his prisoner. There I was, thinking up a plan to kidnap you. And it turns out the two of you are old buddies. So, what made you suddenly decide to come down from the Express? Aw, how sweet. But Mr. Yang and I have been holding our own. We're pretty much Xianzhou heroes at this point. Anyway, it's great to have you with us, Dan Heng.
Has coming here triggered your memory? Release your full potential. The power you carry is the key to opening a way through to the Ambrosial Arbor.
I knew you'd come. When we first mentioned the Xianzhou, there was a sad look in your eyes. They may have banished you, but the Luofu is still your home. You're a member of the Express crew, Dan Heng. Let's settle this matter as soon as possible. Our journey doesn't end here.
The annals mention that Scale Gorge waterscape was once the location of Dragon Palace. Small wonder. Look at all these submerged structures.
I was fortunate enough to be here during the Shuhu upheaval period. I witnessed this place in its prime. An age passed. The palace was left in ruins, and the Videodora used their sacred homeland to imprison the Arbor. The Luofu and the Xianzhou are greatly indebted to them. Lady Fu.
Here, General.
Remain here. Lead the Cloud Knights in defense of this passage. We must prevent further incidents.
Jing Yuan. General, are you planning to face Fantilia alone?
I wouldn't say so. I'll be counting on a few friends for support.
General, don't cast us aside. We're willing to go with you.
Yes, General. We may not be the mightiest force, but it's our duty as Cloud Knights to protect the Xianzhou. How can we let Outworlders face the danger while we stay behind the lines? With your permission, sir, allow me to lead the way.
I understand your sentiments, soldiers. But the adversary ahead of us is not an abomination of abundance. They are a Lord Ravager of the Antimatter Legion. Crossing this line will bring you into the conflict between the Rainbow Arbiter and the Ruin Author. You have a more important duty. Cloud Knights, attention! After I enter the Ambrosial Arbor, and if the seawater returns to its original state, you must withdraw immediately and seal off the delve once more. The Master Diviner will lead you.
Yes, General!
Lady Fu, if I am unable to return, I entrust you with the important task of relaying the full account to the other Xianzhou ships.
I trust you will be here to reissue the order in person. But whatever the outcome, I will do as you command and honor the mission.
Spoken like a true general.